Hello all, and in this particular video we'll be studying about HashSet. So let's give a brief intro about like what HashSet is. So basically HashSet stores only values and not key value pairs. That's what is known externally to every one of us, and it's like you'll be doing something like that, and that has set implements set interface. So how does it go? You can create your hash set like this. Okay, so this is set, and you will be giving what kind of set it is. Like, let's give a string here. You can give custom object, integer, etc. In place of that, and let's see, this is my set equals to new set here, again like this. So this is how your set will be created. Now what happens internally? So before going to internals, I'll say that please watch HashMap video in which I have explained the internals of HashMap, because ultimately HashSet internally uses HashMap. So since so here I can write here like HashSet internally uses HashMap. Okay, but you might be aware that this HashMap stores key value pair, right? And in HashSet there are only values, no key. So how does it actually happens? So you must be knowing that HashSet has a property of having unique values, right? Like here, if you'll write, it stores unique values, okay, and no duplicates. So this is the property of HashSet. So you now, if you have gone through HashMap and HashMap's video, you can relate that in HashMap which which property has this kind of value. Like, so key in the HashMap, there are only unique keys allowed, and there is no duplicate keys allowed as well, right? So you can, by now you would have uh, guessed that how HashSet values are stored in HashMap. So basically, whatever value you add in HashMap like this, HashSet like this, my set dot add, let's suppose I'll say Ashish. Okay, how will it be added internally? Internally, this Ashish will be stored as key in HashMap. Now you'll be thinking that if Ashish will be stored as key in the HashMap, then what is the value of HashMap? I mean, corresponding to Ashish. So yeah, this is a valid question if it comes in your mind. So let me give you two things, like two statements which is written in the code. So first is here private transient, and this is inside the HashSet class. So it creates hash map of E, and this value is of object type, this is map. Okay, like this. So this E is generic, like this can be given by user. For example, we have given here string, right? And similarly, user can give even integer or etc. I mean custom object. So this is being taken from user, and the value will always be of object type, right? So here, what is exactly the value of this particular I mean whatever it is, like object type, right? So here there's another code statement, private static final, since that is object type, so object something called present. This is the reference name actually, equal to new object. Okay, so this is actually kind of empty object which is stored against each and every key. And this key is treated as value in HashSet. I hope you are clear with this. So how does it happen actually in the memory? So you can assume it like that, like when we add my set dot add, let's suppose we are adding driver Ashish. It's my ID everywhere on Insta, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Just got a chance to promote it here. So when you add driver Ashish in the hash set, so internally that if you remember from the HashMap video, it creates a node which contains key, value, and hash of that particular key, obviously, and the next. So this is a kind of node will be created, and here I don't think so that driver Ashish will come completely. Let's do it like that. So this is actually a key in HashMap, but treated as value in HashSet. So this you have to remember, and here there will be an empty object which will be called present, right? And similarly the hash code of this whatever will be calculated according to which it will be mapped. This I'm not going to cover here in again and again because it's already been covered in the hash map video. And here obviously it will be null because there is no next node. When there will be a next node which will collide with the same index, then this value will be I mean this next will contain the address of that node. That is a later part actually. So the couple of important things here is like what happens, like let's give you example of add method in this. So you might be knowing that uh, add method returns true or false when you add value. So it returns something like that, return map dot put e comma present. equals to null. So here you know that this is the empty object, and this is the key, I mean the value of hash set which you want to store. This stored as key in the map. So here we told you this one, right? Where it is gone? Yeah, this one. Here you can see that this is the map which is being used inside the HashSet class. Okay, so now this is how it will be returning. So what it is doing, like what hash map does when the put operation happens onto it, when you create an entry in the hash map, it checks whether that entry, I mean that key, already presents or not. And if there is no key present in the hash map, then it makes an entry, put that key into hash map and returns null. However, if there is a value already present against that key, I mean that key itself is present in the hash map, it will replace that key with the new key, since it does not allow duplicate keys, right? So it will replace the old key with the new one, and it will return the value of that particular key which was replaced. Okay, so this is a bit complicated, I think. Here you might have not understood. So what happens if you will do, let's suppose there is a map, and if you will do map dot put Ashish, and let's suppose the value, let's take a string value, you said it's Ashish Gupta. Okay, now what will happen here, uh, it will create an entry first time. This is first time. Okay, let's suppose. So it will create a node like this where it's written Ashish and the value is Gupta. Okay, and uh, here you will write like, okay, whatever hash code is there, and so next time when you'll write, let's suppose next time you write map dot put Ashish, and here you write only G, let's suppose. Okay, initials of my name. And what it will do, it will check that okay, Ashish is already present. So what it will do in the map, it will replace this particular node with this one, Ashish G, and whatever hash and null. That's it. It will replace this node. Okay, and what it will do, it will return what this will return when you are adding second time. Okay, it will return you value G. Here what it will return, it will return null. Here it will return null. Here it will return null, but second time it will return you Gupta. Sorry if I have said G again before. It will return you Gupta, because Gupta was the older value of Ashish against Ashish. Okay, so it will return that. So you will get this. So similarly, what happens here, if the entry is being put first time, it will return null. Okay, it will return null, and it will return you that it will I mean what do you say, it will say that null equal to null, and it will return that. But when you again add that particular entry, it will return you false, because it will not be equal to null, right? So that's how it works internally. So similarly, there will be get operation which which is almost similar, so you can go through that on your own. But and also there will be a contains method, which is a bit okay. So let's do it. So if public boolean contains, okay, and this is like object o. So if you want to know that whether a set contains particular value or not, you will be calling this method, and it is being returned like this: return map dot contains, yes, obviously contains key and this value O. And if it contains it, returns true, and if it doesn't contain it, returns false to you. So that's how HashSet works internally, and I hope you guys got some gist about internals of HashSet as well. So now you don't have to mug up all those things like which you earlier used to mug up, like it don't contain duplicate and it all those things. So if you know concept of hash map in and out, you don't need to much worry about HashSet, and you can easily apply in your real life problems as well. So yeah, guys, and all the best. My ID is at the rate Thriver Ashish on Insta, Twitter, and even on LinkedIn. So I put some stuff related to studies and all daily. So if you want all those gyan in your life, you can subscribe. I mean, you can follow whatever. Yeah, thank you.